Hey guys, welcome to today's video where I am going to be talking about the 4 ways billionaires are using debt to make more money and how you can utilize these strategies to increase your wealth and pay the least in taxes. Now, in case you don't know who I am, my name is Nikki Burns and I help 6-figure multifamily buy and hold investors save on average $50,000 in taxes and maximize their cash flow so they can add more doors to their portfolio. Now, you guys ready for those juicy details? Well, before we get into those juicy details, be sure to please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel so that way we can help other people see this content. Now, you guys ready for the scoop? I said, are you ready for the scoop? All right. Let's get started. Now, you all probably heard in your days when you were growing up that debt is bad. All debt is bad and you should stay away from it, run from it, never get any debt because it's going to put you in more debt and you'll never get out of it. Well, that is somewhat true to a degree. Now, there are, 2 types of debts that you need to understand. So the first type of debt is the good debt. Now that is the debt that is making your business money. So if you're utilizing debt to make your business more money, then that will be considered good debt. Now on the other hand, that's the part you need to stay away from. That's the bad debt. Now the bad debt is debt that you're constantly getting in that is not making you any money at all. Now, what we're going to be focusing on is that good debt. So that good debt is going to help you bring more revenue into your business. Now let's go ahead and start talking about those 4 ways that billionaires are utilizing debt to make more money. Now the first one that we're going to talk about is credit. Many billionaires out here are utilizing credit to build more wealth. Now certain types of credits would include credit cards, line of credit. Well, these are good debt tools because let's say that if you get a credit card and you have a limit of $50,000 on that credit card, well, you could utilize that credit card to purchase property with that, even use it for some of your fix and flips. And so let's say that you do a flip and you make a profit of $100,000 on the flip. Well, if you borrowed $50,000 from your credit card, you can easily pay that $50,000 back by putting it back on your credit card. And then you could utilize that cash again. So same with the line of credit. So the line of credits are the same way. Now moving on to the second way that billionaires are using debt to make more revenue, and that is using a mortgage. So now it is common for investors to, get a mortgage on properties because sometimes not everyone is going to have the cash to front that entire property. Or if you do have the cash, you don't want to use all of your cash just to put into that one property. So you go out and take a mortgage. Now there's advantages to utilizing a mortgage because you get to write off the mortgage interest that you're paying on that mortgage. And another way that mortgage is good for your business is because you're not paying off that mortgage. Let's say that you have purchased a rental property and you got a mortgage on there. Well, your tenants that you find for that property, they're the ones who's going to be paying that mortgage. And let's say that within 2 to 5 years or so, you want to refinance that mortgage. Well, the loan that you refinance on there, let's say that you have a balance of $50,000. The lender approves you for, let's say, $150,000. You would take $50,000 to pay off the mortgage, and that $100,000, you can either pocket that or you can reinvest that and buy more properties. Moving on to the third way that the billionaires are utilizing debt is diversification. When you are diversifying your portfolio, that means that you're adding additional properties to your portfolio. So let's say that you're utilizing those debt tools, you're refinancing and you're utilizing the extra cash that's left over and investing in more properties. Well, that is what you're doing. You're utilizing your debt that you are already acquiring to increase your portfolio. And diversifying your portfolio also gives you the opportunity to bring in additional revenue. Now, moving on to the fourth and final way that billionaires are increasing their money using debt, and that is leveraging other people's money. Now, it's kind of similar to the credit cards and the line of credits and all that stuff, but we're talking about actual people. So these are like hard money lenders and private money lenders. Now the hard money lenders, they are focused on lending based on the deal. There's less requirements that you have to go through if you're using when you're using a hard money lender than you are with a traditional lender. Let's say with hard money lenders, they do not focus on your credit score, your 2 years tax return, your personal income and 2-year history of income and your debt to ratio, all of that. No, they don't focus on any of that. Their main concern is this a good deal? And will I make a return on my money if I lend you this money? Now, there are pros and cons to hard money lenders and private lenders. The pros of hard money lending is they are easy to acquire, so you don't have to jump through hoops and hurdles just to get approved for the loan. And they're based on the deal and not your personal credit. Now, there are cons to that. Now, the cons is that it is very expensive, so they have higher fees and higher interest rates. Now, with the private money lenders, they lend based on the same criteria as well. Now, with the private lender, those are used for long-term loans, and they are usually used to fund the gaps. So they are like the gap funders. So let's say you got a hard money loan for $150,000, but you need $50,000 more. Then you can use a private lender to fund the rest of the deal. And the pros about that is that they are very flexible and it's negotiable. Now, these are the 4 ways that billionaires are utilizing debt to make more money. So if you're interested in learning about how you can utilize these strategies to pay the least in taxes and maximize your cash flow, then click that link in the description below to book a call with me, and I will see you guys on the next video.